you kind of need to have a service approach that scales. And so one thing or one opportunity that I noticed was that there was a subset of clients out there that do need some extra hand-holding, that do need additional service, and trying to provide that personalized service that you need, coming on site for open enrollments, showing up for renewal meetings.
People have a question on is, hey, we love our benefits that we offer right now, but yeah, we don't get the service that we want. Do we have to change to work with you, or what does it look like? And it's really, really easy if somebody wanted to just improve their service. But hey everyone, welcome to Maven Money Talks, and I'm here with my business partner, Morgan Atkinson. Morgan runs our group health benefit side of the business, Maven Associates. And Morgan and I have known each other for a long time and worked together previously before getting into business with one another. But this is part of Meet Your Maven. And what we want to do is give you a chance to get to know more of the team. And so today we're going to learn a little bit more about Morgan. So Morgan, why don't you give us a little bit of a background on yourself and let everybody get to know you a little bit better.
Cool, thanks Paolo. Yeah, excited to be here. A little bit of background on myself professionally. Like Paolo said, we know each other. That was from our time at ADP. So I spent almost 11 years at ADP in the small business space, worked up to the mid-account or mid-business space, and then eventually worked my way into management. So I spent, like I said, almost 11 years in the human capital management space there. And that led itself to me doing some consulting work for deployments on Workday clients. So I went to a company called The Light. They're one of the biggest partners for Workday on the deployment side. So just helping clients implement Workday and make sure that they were getting the most value they could out of their Workday investment. So I did that for a little over a year until we partnered up. So now I'm running the employee benefits side of Maven, like Paolo mentioned. So we're a full service broker on the employee benefits side. And we're in year 4 now. Yeah. So time flies.
It does. So you've had a lot of experience working for, really large companies and working with companies of all sizes. So what was the, area of opportunity to help business owners that caused you to say, hey, let me leave working for these large companies to start my own business and work directly with clients?
Yeah, I think from my time at ADP and Alight, both great companies, but when you get that big, it's really hard to provide customized service. You kind of need to have a service approach that scales. And so one thing or one opportunity that I noticed was that there was a subset of clients out there that do need some extra hand-holding, that do need additional service. And especially in the employee benefits space, I saw a huge void in the market with down market large group clients, that 100 to 500 employee space, and then the small group clients as well, so the 2 to 99 employee space, where they just weren't getting the attention from the large brokers, and then the smaller brokers weren't able to service them to a level that they needed. So my idea was really to solve that void and to give them the service that they needed and that white glove support. And so far it's working out well.
Yeah. I think one of the things that interested me when we were kind of talking about this initially was the fact, and I didn't really even realize this at the beginning, but for those companies that are 2 to 100 employees, they're paying for your services within their benefits plan, regardless of whether they use you or not. So if they're with one of those big ADPs, Paychecks, and they've got their health insurance through them, they're usually not getting the service, but it's all included within their premiums to have someone like you on there as opposed to somebody who's not going to help them out when they have questions or their employees have questions, right?
Yeah, so for the most part, on most plans, the commission comes out of the premium. Mm-hmm. So it's a percentage of the premium, and that's how we're compensated as the broker. So really, we take that money and we budget out their service model from there. So for most of our clients, we're able to take on expenses like their Section 125 compliance, their COBRA. So we're able to take that compensation that we're earning directly from the carrier, mm-hmm. not only to service the client, but also to offset some fees that are required to offer an employee benefit package.
Nice. So tell us a little bit just about you personally, your kind of where you grew up, background, interests.
Yeah, so I grew up in Temecula, California, went to school at Cal State Fullerton. I actually wrestled in high school and wanted to continue to wrestle in college. So Cal State Fullerton had a good wrestling program. So moved to Orange County to go to college and really have never left Orange County. That was almost 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. And right out of college, I wanted to go the coaching route, I thought. So did a little bit of coaching right out of college and then got into the business world with ADP. In terms of my personal life, I'm married, I have 3 kids. So I've got 2 boys, a 7 and a 4-year-old, and then a baby girl, she's 2. So my hands are completely full and I'm super busy right now with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else? What other things would you want people to know about you, or just in terms of like the service that Maven Associates provides to clients?
Yeah, so I would say that if you're a client and you feel like you're not getting the service from your broker, maybe it is a very large firm and you feel like you're a small fish in a big pond, definitely consider taking a look at us or another broker that is trying to fill that void and trying to provide that personalized service that you need, coming on site for open enrollments, showing up for renewal meetings. If that's the service that you're looking for, then I think Maven would be a good fit for you.
Okay, so what would be, maybe some of the things that differentiates Maven Insurance Associates from, other brokers out there?
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, we're trying to fill that void where clients feel like they're like a small fish in a big pond with these large broker firms. So that's one big area, is providing that individualized or tailored service model to those clients. But outside of that, I get to use and leverage my human capital management background to really help them implement new technologies, whether it's a new payroll and HRIS system, or even if they need to use our third-party benefit administration system, which is Employee Navigator and Ease. We can handle that implementation and we can project manage it for the client. So really leveraging my technology background has been helpful for a lot of my clients. And then on top of that, I think we're a compliance-first brokerage. So making sure that everything within the organization from an employee benefit standpoint is buttoned up, and providing them resources as well on the HR side. So we work with Mineral HR and we're able to provide HR support from that side to the client. They can call an 800 number, get someone that's PHR certified, get best practices for things that they might be going through as an organization. So I would say all those things really separate us from other brokers in that space.
Nice. And I think one other thing that you didn't mention though, but maybe people have a question on is, hey, we love our benefits that we offer right now, but yeah, we don't get the service that we want. Do we have to change to work with you, or what does it look like? And it's really, really easy if somebody wanted to just improve their service but continue on with the benefits that they have, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, a lot of times people are in the best position that they can be in, especially in the small group space, and they don't have a whole lot of options outside of a fully insured plan. If they want to keep those plans in place and continue to do business with that particular carrier, yeah, we can absolutely take over as the broker of record on those accounts and immediately start implementing our service model for them. But I think it's always good best practice to shop the market, see if a level funded or self-funded plan is an option once you start to get over a certain employee count. So yeah, good question.
Nice. What about, I know something that you've talked about that I also think is a differentiator is doing an audit on the client's plan. Is that something that you do when you bring a client on board? And what does that kind of look like?
Yeah, good question. So yeah, we do a compliance audit every time we bring someone on board. So we run through a checklist for new clients and every client that renews with us. And we make sure that they have things like their ERISA wrap documents in place, their Section 125. We make sure that they're properly classified for COBRA and have a vendor in place for COBRA, that they're sending out their Medicare Part D notices. The checklist is a long checklist. It's about 25 items that we go through with them, and that's just probably the tip of the iceberg. But we make sure that if we're not able to handle it for them, that we're at least notifying them what the regulations and laws are that they need to comply with.
Got it.
And just make sure that they're buttoned up from day one.
Awesome. Well, that's it. I mean, appreciate you taking the time to sit down and allowing everybody to get to know you a little bit better. So if you have any questions, feel free and reach out. But again, we're always here looking to provide additional value and resources. So if there's anything we can do for you, give us a call and enjoy the rest of the day.